Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it and I promise to update daily. If you like this watch, you can see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we discuss a product of the fruitful epoch in independent horology in which we live. This is the Stepan Sarpaneva Korona K3 Red Moon, a timepiece 42 millimeters in diameter in red gold crafted by Stepan Sarpaneva of Helsinki, Finland. And if you want to know what he's like, well, he trained in Finland, he worked at the WOSTEP, studied under a number of August independent brands, and then struck out on his own in 2003. If you need a mental picture, think somewhere halfway between Mark Hamill and the face on this moon, and you've got him. That's Stepan. Now, let's talk a little bit about the watch. These are built to order, handcrafted, and ultimately the value that you're purchasing is in the dial, the details, and the design. So it fits easily at 42 millimeters in diameter on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. It is a relatively slim watch, all things considered 10.4 millimeters thick with a sloped flank. It will slide easily underneath a dress cuff. The timepiece lug-to-lug is a very manageable 45.5 millimeters, and that actually snuck up on me. I didn't expect it to be that compact, so this is an easy watch to wear on a smaller wrist, as small as 14 centimeters circumference. 22 millimeters, the spacing between the lugs, should you wish to accessorize, but spare a thought for this factory strap, as it is richly appointed with a semi-gloss finish, large rectangular scale alligator leather. It has a little bit of a nubuck quality to it, almost like a velvety texture, folded edge, monotone stitch, calfskin on the underside. As you can see, it is a Sarpaneva factory strap, and this is a Sarpaneva factory buckle. Nicely executed in satin finish. You can see that the bridge is actually arced above the stanchions so that the strap stays flat on the wrist rather than stacking up underneath the buckle. You'll also note differential polish and satin finish for attention to detail, and you can see the Sarpaneva signature cutaway built into the form of the strap. No default design, everything thoughtfully executed. Let's afford ourselves a bit more light and get close. The Sarpaneva watches are all about detailing, and you can see the case, though nominally round, in detail is anything but. The timepiece, designed to evoke celestial bodies, equal measure sun in its case form and moon in its dial detail. 4 bolts holding this dial onto the timepiece itself, and you will note the bolts splayed out in diagonal fashion. The hands, perhaps as distinctive as you'll find on any independent watch brand short of F. Pijorn. You can see there are a combination of curves and hard angles, and they are very delicately faceted down their center. You'll also note that the hands themselves, minute and hour, are not of the same design or geometry. Now, the moon phase. The moon phase is keyed to the quick set of the movement, and you can have quite a good deal of fun playing with the red gold moon phases. Red gold hands, red gold moon phases, red gold winding mass featuring, yes, the same face, and of course a darkened PVD coated skeleton lattice work that radiates out explosively with evacuated indices. Very minimal branding. You will note Sarpaneva ghosted onto the underside of the sapphire, and the sapphire itself wonderfully flush to keep the watch flat. The crown, like everything else, featuring Sarpaneva's signature cutaway or solar pattern, and you will note that the crown is anything but a default design and one of the most elaborate you'll find on a watch at any price point. Now, jumping back to the dial one more time, it's important to note that what you're looking at is all handcrafted. These watches are built to order, and Stepan Sarpaneva has a long lead time if you order a watch, so to find one on the pre-owned market gives you an opportunity to buy something that's ordinarily quite backlisted. And of course, the details, dial, moon phases, all handcrafted and hand finished. And you will triple up on the face of the man himself, as you'll note the symmetrical skeleton radial pattern winding mass features a bolt-fixed set of red gold panels, including the Sarpaneva signature face. Now, this is well in keeping with Swiss horological practice, though Sarpaneva practices out of Helsinki, because if you know the moon phase complication and its history, it almost always has some weird expression, either melancholy, joyous, or in this case, perhaps a bit pensive and serious. And of course, underneath, one of the most unconventional choices for a tractor movement, We're used to seeing Sellita, we're used to seeing ETA. This is actually a Soprod A-10, which is based very loosely on the architecture of the Seiko 4L25. It's made by Swiss Festina in Switzerland. It's an automatic winder that in some ways is a surrogate for a 2892 in that it's 3.6 millimeters thick and allows the watch to be slim in profile. 4 Hz beat rate, 42-hour power reserve. It features toughness, it features a quick set for the moonphase, and it features hacking seconds. So the watch has no seconds hand. Nevertheless, the stop seconds functionality is retained, and if you were to look through the skeleton lattice work of the winding mass, you will see that the entirety of the bridges having been engine turned for a handsome, if minimalist, decoration. This timepiece is all about the man behind the machine, rarity, and the fraternity of those who enjoy independent horology. You have to buy into Stepan's idea of a watch aesthetic, but if you're on board, I can't think of a finer way to get into the world of independent watchmaking and low-volume horology. See it and make it yours on the Watchbox.